you can stay on the outer platforms. Agreed. Alright, members on the council, you are expected to speak during the meeting. Alright, let's see, we're missing 2 council members. Maybe.
I'm here.
Alright. I believe we're only waiting for Master Push Barrage. I guess in the meantime, I believe we should talk about what has been happening.
Regarding the GM situation.
No, within our path. So, I'll start first. So, within my path, well, we've lacked events in the main Guardian path, but we've been working a lot on reviving the raid force of the Guardians. So JHC as a whole brought in a few new members, working on training them right now. Soon I'll plan to revive Guardians as a whole, but for now I can't. For now, I'm doing what I can with what I have. So now, Jada, you can go and tell us what you've done in your path. I know you just joined the council, but maybe you could give us some insight of what's been happening in Consters as a whole.
So, it's a little bit complicated on the Sage's side, but within Archivists, I'm just lowering the requirement rank. Like, you can be Y3 to try out for Archivists. And for Sages, I'm trying to get them revived and find a leader. And for now, since we don't have force healing, they're just going to be a kind of combat-oriented division of the Constellation. But that's it.
Alright.
Very well.
Anything happening within Archivists or within Conster as a whole, other than trying to seek a way to revive the Sages?
Currently, I'm not changing anything within Archivists.
Okay. Anything Alright, so then we can move on to you, Master Scipion.
Alright, Scipion,
what has
please. Regarding the Sentinel path, we have been working on reviving the Adjudicator division. Currently, we have documents remade, getting everything set up. I believe should be good for hosting Adjudicator and tryouts shortly. But After that, I believe I'm going to be working on growing the Shadows division. DG seems to be doing well. That's about it. Any questions?
Things all. I apologize for my delay. There was some traffic on the freeway. I am here
I
now.
understand.
I will be joining Lee.
All right, perfect.
Can I get a summary of what's been going on so far?
We just started, but we went through each of our paths and
Okay.
what we've been doing and what has been happening. Uh, this is a
Okay.
kind of a recap of what we're doing and the order.
Indeed. Very well.
Yeah.
Past couple of weeks, with the absence of the esteemed Qui-Gon Jinn and the untimely death of Master Cole Skywalker, is in a rough state right. We as the Jedi Council are convening here today to discuss what we should do for the future. Regardless of who our leader is and what they should do, the Order should be ready in swift position, ready for them to lead as soon as they take the reins, whoever it may be. Do you all agree?
I concur. I agree.
I can agree with that.
Yep.
Yes, that seems most
Very
reasonable.
well. Then it should be said, the Jedi Order has always been known for being a democratic body. We shall convene together to vote on the future bills to be passed, whether it be something that is executively needed to be done or something that can be done on its must convene together and work as a team in order to pass these reforms, and we must conserve whatever body we have left of any sort of member. Everyone is valued in this order. As I said before, we are a democracy, and it will be treated as such. Have we gone over what the Pats are facing currently? Or is that a topic we have yet to discuss?
Okay. So, from for what I have taken note of is that for the consulate right now, there is an effort to revive sages as we currently it is an existing division, but it does not have any current members or any real active members.
I see.
There has not been any changes made to the archivists or the consulars as a whole lately, but hopefully we can get everything set up and
I see.
looking properly in due time. For the Guardians, we're currently working on bolstering JT and training them up to become a proper raiding force. And I have plans to revive Guardians as a whole down the line when JT is ready. As for the Sentinels, what I've noted is in overhaul to the adjudicators. I've noticed some changes to the Discord, and there are plans to host tryouts for the educators and revive shadows. If there's anything that I've missed, please add on to it.
I believe you were pretty accurate then. I presume with the silence. Master Solo, you have recently been promoted in light of Master Besner. What current take on the situation that the consulars are presented with? Would like to get your opinion.
Can you expand on that a little bit?
What do you see currently that is going on in the consulars, and what do you think needs to be improved, aside from membership, of course? In the structure-wise.
So one thing that I noticed being a counselor was that there's not really leadership. There's not much leadership. There's no activity. There's nothing to make people like want to be active or feel the need to be active. And so I definitely need to talk to the leaders of archivists and need to find a leader for sages to get that started up again.
Indeed. And sadly, with the lack of any development, we can't really open up sages as we do not have any force powers to benefit our sages. I was thinking, and I'm not sure if the other council members will agree with me, but I was thinking of moving shadows to the consular division perhaps, only to foster activity in the meantime. Thoughts on this, anyone?
In the meantime, you say?
Aye, until we have a proper development to supplement the sages, I believe in the meantime the shadows are best suited for the counselors.
So when we would get force healing, then would the shadows become the sages?
One real quick, the Paragon of the Shadows would like to speak up a bit. Speak up right now on this matter.
Please bring him in the VC.
I don't think he has a mic.
Oh, okay.
You just bring him to the center.
Aye, step up to the center, please.
Just typing.
While I do agree the shadows and sages need to be kept apart, I do believe that the consulars need some sort of incentive or motive for members to want to join them. And I did say this would be temporary until we do get our much needed force powers in game. And you would retain your position respectively within the consulars, as would all of your members. Is this beneficial enough? As you wish, Paragon. Do you have any other alternatives?
That
As you
is
wish.
something that the Order has done many times. And unfortunately, focusing simply on the archivists for the consulars to thrive has only worked once out of the 4 or 5 times it has been attempted. There's been other ways to interest activity within the consular paths that have happened. But I do believe they are not best fit for the order currently. Such example would be the old EduCorp that we used to have back in 2022. But it did bring activity to the order by having a division of people that would host academy trainings and barring most that will host most of their academy trainings. But it also comes with the downsides that everybody that is not within the EduCorp, with the exceptions of masters, will not be able to host any sort of academy training. As such, I believe it is best we find another way than archivist to or an EduCorp to foster activity within the consulars.
So I actually wanted to revive sages by making them, like I said, like combat oriented. So until we would get force healing, I was wanting them to do trainings, you know, and do like meditation trainings too, because we're consulars. And I know that that may not be the best idea currently, and so opinions.
Would that not take away the duty of the Guardians then? Or some sort of subsidiary within the Guardians?
Right, so they wouldn't really like be a main attack force when we do raids and stuff. You know, before we get the force healing. Like they'd learn in raids how to come back, like stay back and then come up behind people to heal them instead of being a main force.
That's on this Master Shadow's Mycarius and Monopolis.
Shadow.
I would say that if we are to revive the sages, we must first ensure that there is enough interest in them that they can support a stable rally for the entire order. Otherwise, it'll just be an extra asset to micromanage for the council. As there are plenty of divisions that are struggling to rally consistently within our current situation. He must ensure there are enough people interested to support the division. That is all I have to say.
On that, I think... Sorry, you go first. I was gonna say that a way that I could do that or would do that would be to host a tryout to see if people wanted to join.
We can do a census right now on this.
Please post out a vote in game. Let's see what the order has to think of this.
I do not know how to do that.
I'll do it, don't worry.
Wait, I believe
Alright.
Master Shadow will do it, yes.
Would have brought up what I suggested in discussions, but a few things have changed to make that no longer possible.
That being?
That the head of sages, or the possible head of sages, has joined the Guardians.
I don't believe that would be supplemental. We are.
I hate to comment on. Alright, I've posted the votes. You guys can vote on it. Remember, this is for the people that this is. If you're answering yes, we can do it on the Discord later. But if you're answering yes, I would just you would be interested in joining at some point. Alright, out of the 13 responses I've received, 11 have said that they would be interested in Sage's division.
I'm sorry, what was the number?
11 out of 13.
Oh wow.
We'll have a more formal poll posted in the server after the meeting, but this gives us a good idea that we actually do have some interest for a Sage's division.
I see. Very well. That would bring me on to the next topic. There has been a lot of the motivation to pursue sort of trainings within the group. I believe the rank structure has been completely disregarded in this sense. I believe we need to revert to a system in which ranks are not just simply handed out, but rather earned. Earned in a sense that one must do some sort of deed to prove to their high ranks that they are worthy of that rank. And we must revert back to an age where trainings are more appreciated and valued, and our ancient traditions are more honored, such as the night trials. And the rank structure is also observed. I believe this is what the Order needs. A time of serenity during a period of chaos. Do you all agree?
I concur.
Yep.
I would say we also need to make sure we can bring in the people that we require to
Indeed.
run our divisions properly, to run our paths and divisions properly.
Speaking of which, we also must rekindle our relationships with our allies, especially seeing what has happened of them with the previous tenure of Master Skywalker. Whether we like it or not, Master Skywalker was an honored one from among us. And regardless of what he has done, he will be remembered as someone who will for this group. Although the previous tenure that he served was not fruitful, his overall contribution to the Order will not be overseen. As such, we must rekindle the relationships we had with Master Qui-Gon and reprimand all that has happened during the tenure of Master Skywalker. I believe we should begin by reprimanding our relation with the Black Suns. Bull Master Wow.
The Black Suns, regardless of the Grandmaster, with the exception of Sub-25, were always, for the most part, close allies with the Jedi for most of the time I was within NJO. As such, I think that we need to observe a close relationship with them.
Indeed.
Although, it is worth noting that relying too heavily on our allies will make us weak. We need not to be afraid of using the numbers provided by our friendships and alliances with the other factions.
Yes. We mustn't be too reliant, this is true. But we must also keep a close relationship, as the Sith are twice as strong as we are. However, in the coming days, I do believe we should begin a mass recruiting campaign, irrespective of what is happening and of the rumors that we have heard. It is necessary that we must build a new generation of Jedi to train and make them knights among stars. This can start by outreaching from different sorts of communities, by going on different sorts of games. Even as simply as inviting your friend to the Order can do a large service in shaping a new generation. You all agree upon?
I agree.
I agree that we need to begin mass recruiting.
Indeed. As such, I propose a movement in which us Jedi create a new training. That being a recruiting session, or some sort of community event where all of us come together, display our mass amount of individuals that we have currently, and outreach to different communities across the platform of Roblox. While Goldham may be slow in pushing out new marketing tactics, my job, I should say. Regardless, we should be taking the initiative as well, by showing how friendly of a community we are, by being tight-knit with one another. We can achieve this only by working together, and this is the best way that we can grow our community. Do any of you have anything to add on?
I have no additions.
I suggest
Concur.
Master Plus to host game nights or other community-oriented events more frequently to build a stronger and tighter community.
Yes.
Another type of event I would encourage would be to host recruitment events, whether it be on games like the Group Recruitment Plaza or LSA. They are certainly going to help with our numbers.
Indeed. And let me leave you with this. Amongst 100 people, even if you recruited one person, that one person may one day become a master and help the Order in such a way that we have not seen before. So do not be discouraged by how many losses you take, but rather by the victories you achieve. Vaughn, I have gotten a request actually from Elder Silence Krieg. He wished to speak up. If you were present, please step up at once.
Oh, yep, I see.
Elder Silence. I believe he may have disconnected.
Oh,
I
it's
think
all-
he stepped off. As he said, that's all I really have to say.
I did not see that. I see. Thank you, Silent. Do the rest of the High Council have anything else to comment?
Just real quick, I'd like to let you know that Shadows are in a process of trying to revive due to them losing members by, getting promoted elsewhere or even the game. But they are trying to push towards recruiting and reviving themselves.
I trust Master Tyrone will help expedite the process. He's a capable leader, and he was my successor before Master Darks took over. So I do trust him.
Do I?
As we continue to grow, we must see that every division is created equally. No one division gives you an advantage over the others, unlike what Master Skywalker had preached in the past. And we must recognize that each of our divisions needs caring. So, whether you are a sentinel, guardian, or consular, it will not matter, as long as you do your part to grow this order. That is all that matters.
I agree. We are all under one order. We should all support that order. Put a bit of initiative down and use our skills combined. That's all I have to say.
I believe Master Bushman, who initiated this council meeting, had to go AFK temporarily. He will be back soon.
Oh, his microphone is cut off.
Alright, Choosy, when will you be able to speak again? Uzi, I cannot read your mind. Yeah. If you speak in team chat, I can read it out loud so everybody can hear it properly. Right. Before we conclude our meeting, does anybody have any questions or comments they want to speak in front of the council meeting?
Working?
Yes, it is now. Master Kuko.
Please, come now. This will be your opportunity to voice any concerns you wish. We will hear you out. Thank you, my friend. Well. Would anyone else like to step up?
Paragon. We're back.
Aye, Master Tyrone. No, we will vote on a new system. Because Master Cole did not uphold his promise to the public, and we believe his system is not fit for this order, in its current state. So we shall be pursuing something much more familiar to the...
Aye. Elder.
Aye.
Considering
That's up to
well, the
Godum jurisdiction.
Grandmaster, yeah,
Hello.
Godum is trying to get us a new Grandmaster and Master of the Order at some point. They'll most likely only choose a Grandmaster, and then he will choose his Master of the Order. But for the time being, we will run with only this council.
Council will be a self-governing body until a proper Grandmaster and Motto are selected. This is beyond our hands, and we should adapt to the situation. If you were absent in my earlier speech, I did say the order needs to self-sustain itself so that when a Grandmaster does come, no change is necessary.
All right. Any other questions, comments, criticism before we move on to concluding the meeting?
Does not seem like there's someone jumping back there. They might have questions.
Just please come up. Do not be afraid, my friend. Oh, I see.
Oh.
Very well then. Thank you all for joining on such a short notice. Whether or not we have a future is not for us to say. The effort we put in right now is what matters. Your efforts will not go unrecognized, as this is going to be our darkest hour. Rest assured, should we stick together, should we comply with the plan, and should we have people in power who wish well for this order, we will succeed.
Okay.
Not young Jedi, for your time will come when you too may lead. And at this point, we need leaders. We need people who can be masters when masters aren't there. And this is an calling for to step up and fill your roles, to fill the shoes of those who were there before you. And if you do this properly, we will survive, and we will be alright. That is all. Any Jedi, one order. declare this meeting adjourned. You are all dismissed. Thank you for coming.